Alex is cutting the tile to do the hole to where the bath tap will be going. See if I can get in closer.
When you're doing it, don't go at it full speed, because you will crack the tile. Just do it slowly. And you need to make sure that when you set this up, that your drill portion of the bit is actually below the teeth. One thing I just wanted to check, yeah, it's not a problem. Right, what I'm now going to do is just flip it over, okay, and come in from this side, okay. Well, I do apologise about that. We just had to take a break because the phone ran out of memory. So I've had to make sure that the videos that we've done have uploaded so I can delete them off of the phone. But we're back to doing it. Like I said, just to go at it slowly. And what I did is I came through the back side of the tile for two reasons. A, it gives you a mark here, and also it's easier to put your mark on the back than it is to put it on the front. The hole from the drill bit has given me a hole through, so it's given me a guide of exactly where it needs to go. So we're ready to continue on the front side. And just go at it very slowly. Let this saw do its work. And just like that, within a few minutes we've cut the hole out. So that's one hole for the tap cup without damaging the tile. So I have one more to do, and this one's slightly more difficult. in that it's virtually on the edge of the tile, but we'll do it exactly the same way. Go through from the front, remember to be slow.
From the back.
Sorry, from the back, going slow. And that's not right.
Sounds like a mixer.
Say that again.
It sounds like a mixer going.
So we've gone through. Okay, and the reason you don't want to cut all the way through the back, from the back, sorry, on doing this is, as you can see, I've popped the glaze. It's not a problem because I'm going to come back once I've made a good score on here with the hole saw. I'm going to come back through from the front. I don't know if the camera's got that very well.
Right, so you're doing it from the front now, dear.
Hmm?
You're turning it over.
No, I'm going to put the score in at the back first. Yeah, so that it does, because I'm right on the edge of the tile.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it to crack. So if I put, you know, a score on here, it doesn't have to be very deep, just a couple of mil deep. When I come back through from the other side, come back through from this side, it's not going to take the corner of the tile off.
Okay.
Or the edge of the tile, because I'm very close to the edge.
Okay. You know fence?
No. See, that's all I need to do. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then I can turn it over. Okay. And go in from the front. It's good every now and again just to take the drill out and just check that you're doing okay, and then you can continue. through, as you can see. And there we go. One small warning. That piece there and this drill is extremely hot from the friction. Okay, so shall we go and check and see if it worked? And if I have, and I hope I haven't completely and utterly screwed up. Okay, test fit. On tap, please.
Side the back here, you let her hold the phone and then...
Okay. There we go, it's not bad. Let's just see if the tap fits. I don't think we've actually shown the tap, have we? I think actually getting into the tap is the most difficult bit.
I'll leave it there.
All I'm testing now is that I've gotten all the spacings correct, etc. Alright, I'll give you back to Zoe and we'll go and test it. I'll do a mix up then. This has been one of the hardest tasks actually I've had to do. And in terms of design, because we didn't want to drill any holes into the bath. We didn't want any taps at either end, because we wanted it to be, although it's a family bath,
A double-ended bath.
we wanted it kind of romantic, so that two people can use the bath at the same time if they want to. And it would be fantastic for bathing children and babies, because nobody's got a plug hole in their bottom. Okay. We'll sort it. I'm out by millimetres, but that can be sorted, not a problem. I'm just going to go and get the hole saw and just make it the hole in the wood slightly larger. I'm out by 2 millimetres. It don't sound a lot when you're coming to fit something that's, you know, got a size tolerance. What I'm just going to check actually is if it's the tile or if it's the wood. place that down there. And now it's the wood. Sorry, it's the tile. So there is a way around this. Okay, I think I know how to do it. I think. A Rubi angle grinder, but it's not meant for metal. It's meant purely and designed for tile. I've also got on here a diamond cut wheel. And what I'm going to do is just cut out the edges here so that the tap will sit in. I'm only out by 2mm, but also the flange of the tap will actually cover this, so I'm not too worried. I'm a bit peeved at myself for not double and triple checking. So I'll just get the camera lady to bring the tap opener with her and we'll double check it.
Alex.
Thank you. Okay. And if I get camera lady just to come over, oops, make sure the spacings are correct. You can see there that although I've made a small mistake, you wouldn't actually know. Okay, so I'm going to go and mix up some adhesive, get them 5 tiles down so that I can get that tap screwed into place. Then today's task is to get this wall here complete up to here and the tiles in here, because I've got a small tile to cut just here, but I can't cut that until I've got this in place. Okay, so I'm just going to go and do a mix up.
So Alex has put all the back tiles on the framework and then working on this wall to put the tiles this way at the moment.
it's taken nearly a week to fully tile this bathroom, but that's including building
The frame.
the frame behind me, because we actually weren't sure what we were going to do there. I was always going to build a frame either end of the bath, but it wasn't until we started looking at what we were going to do with the tap that we thought that we'd put the frame at the back as well. Part of that series, and I'm hoping I've got enough footage, because to be honest there was a lot of times when I needed Zoe to help me move it into place, etc. And if you've been following the tiling, you'll also notice that I've moved the bath back out. The reason for that is I needed to trim some wood and I didn't want to cut the bath. And I also need to put a hole in, or 2 holes into the wall at this end of the bath for the drain pipes for both the bath and the sink. And I'll do a little series regarding that, because there's quite a bit of drainage to go out through this wall for both this bathroom and the ensuite. Try and keep moving the camera straight up.
Try to keep the plaster off the tiles.
You mean the adhesive? Yeah, it'll scrape off, so I'm not too worried. It's my favourite phrase, that. Not too worried. But yes, this adhesive seems to be working a lot better, and that tip that I got from the lady at Tops Tiles has actually seemed to be quite good. So if my tip to you, and like I've said previously when I was doing the floor tiles, these are not tutorials, because I don't think I'm good enough at doing the job to be, doing tutorials. But there, I'll give you tips and so on, but they're not, like I said, tutorials of any shape of the imagination. This is just how I particularly do it. And actually, I just made a small mistake there. Not a problem. So yeah, the tip she gave me was, firstly, use the right adhesive for the job. So in this case, it needed to be a flexible adhesive, and one specifically for these tiles. Now, tiles come in 2 different forms. The first is a porcelain, and the other is a ceramic. Now, the significance of that is not necessarily the look of the tile or the expense of a tile. It's down to what the adhesive is that you require. And a lot of these ones that you get from the adhesives you get from B&Q, sorry, scratch that for editing. The ones you get from the DIY stores or the big sheds don't tend to say whether or not they are for a porcelain or a ceramic tile. which is again why I always recommend going to the specialist stores. It doesn't have to be Tops Tiles. There are some really good independent stores out there. They know their product that they're selling to you. They also know what you require in order to do the job. Right, I'm going to get Zoe to stop there because firstly I don't know where my pencil is, and secondly I've got to cut a tile to fit in here.